So it's Salzwiesen Sunday, and no, that is not a real thing, but I thought it sounded pretty good. Nonetheless, we are back out here in multiplayer today, looking for more rare birds for our trophy lodge. So we've got our decoys, we've of course got our shotgun A22, and you guys know the drill by now. We're pretty much going to go out here, hunt for raccoon dogs, red fox, common raccoons, whatever we can find, and as we do it, eyes in the sky, try to spot every bird just in case we can find any trophies for the lodge. And I believe for the first time ever, we're actually starting with some red fox. Got a level 5 female and a level 4 male down there. Unfortunately, that last server we were in that wasn't almost dark, we lost connection to that. So we'll roll with this, maybe try to get a couple of foxes, and at least until it gets really dark, I think we can probably manage. Like flocks of ducks to fly over, if we're really careful, we can probably still try to spot everything. So we will try to do the same thing we did in that last video, kill both of the members of the pair here. Really just for the host's sake. If we can be, you know, a little kind of get full respawns for them, we'll go for that. So that's the 5. Didn't love that shot, but chance to recover. You know what? He's going down. I don't know what we hit. It's the 22-250. It's not as if we're using a super under or overpowered weapon. I don't know how he's going down, but I guess we got something. And I'm sure most of you guys know this by now, but for those that don't, red foxes and raccoon dogs, animals that spawn in pairs, you don't get the respawns unless you kill both members of the pair. So if, let's say, we just shot the male, that female would have been left there alone until it was shot, never getting the male respawn back. So if we're going to be hunting on this guy's map, try to find cool stuff, little chances like this to maybe help out is something I think is good, you know, kind of multiplayer etiquette. It was just intestines, and I guess maybe the fact that we hit him in the ankle, basically, on the follow-up maybe helped to get him down a little faster. Nonetheless, not a big tracking job, and that's pretty important when we're dealing with very limited light. Or so I thought, but we now got hosts, so light is not going to be an issue. We'll just make it morning. I think 7 a.m. would be good. Too early, and we could be kind of on the opposite end of that, still dealing with maybe not being able to see rares as well. So we'll get right back down to where we were, and hopefully we're good to go now. So first ducks of the day, and inevitably, they are absolutely everywhere. There's a whole bunch of gadwall out there. Got some fruginous duck even there with them. I don't see anything special. And then there's these ones that are a little bit closer, and there is in here that level 2 drake, 1,000 to 1,100. So 1050's diamond, 1,100 is actually max. I guess we'll give that a shot. It's about 250 out, so something like that. That was just over him. That was also over him somehow. There we go. Probably we had to hurry up there because I think they would have taken off, but decent little fruginous duck drake to kind of kick the waterfowl portion of this hunt off. And obviously a pretty good estimate. Gonna be 1024, so not bad. Still about 25-ish shy of diamond. That red-brown plumage is pretty darn nice, and we barely, I guess we like skimmed across the top of the wing. It was 240, so I guess that explains it. We need to be just a little bit lower. Oh, what? I'm not even paying attention to level. I'm looking for rares. So level 3 Eurasian teal flying right over us. I think they'll land. That's one thing we really gotta be careful of. That wasn't too far off from just letting them get away. Are they gonna land? I hope so. It turns out, everybody here seems to be waterfowl hunting. So I really think it's best if we just kind of wait. I think if we spook him, there's half a chance that he gets spooked a bunch of times. I think they are gonna plop down somewhere. Just gonna get prone and wait on that. Finally dropping down. That's gonna be a decent little distance. It's like that same thing too, so we gotta be careful we don't mess this one up. So we probably want to be a little low with the second dot. Did we shoot way over him? Well, that worked. Cool. And there's more teal around, by the way. I don't see anything like super obvious here. So probably just get that guy since he's actually on land. Check and see what those are. Those are mallards. I'm pretty sure there was at least one other flock of teal too. I don't know where they ended up. Obviously, we got distracted by the 3. Those are mallards. Like, this whole area is just insane. I think probably it was these guys. I don't see anything special. The only one that I'm not sure of is that one in the grass, so I suppose we'll just get that too just in case. Really low estimate. Well, you never know. This one's laying right here in front of us. That would be the second one we shot. I think the level 3 is the furthest out, and it was like the light green plumage, but Nothing super special. This one's gonna be 348, I think, so actually a pretty nice Drake. Although, frankly, most decent gold Eurasian Teal are close to diamond because diamond's only 354 and you get a lot of 340s. Our hidden one looks like a common, dark green, but a 337 for him. Even that with the low estimate wasn't too bad. And then our level 3 is gonna be just over here beside us. So, didn't even get the chance yet to plop down some Eurasian Teal decoys and see if we can maybe bring in a couple of flocks there. I think 3 different flocks, and 1 really solid Teal Drake. 355 though, so a pretty decent sized diamond. I don't even know, is 360 max for them? I'm not even sure how big they get. We'll definitely tax that though. Not too bad. Got him left lung at 224 after we got the shot off, and hopefully more good ones where that came from. So no rares just yet, and this went horribly wrong last time, so why not try it again? We tried to get like a whole bunch of, I think, Goldeneye with the shotgun. Got a bunch of Drake Teal all in that same area. What we're gonna do is bounce up and try to cover like 5 meters quick, and then just shoot into the center of that. So I'm gonna re-spot that. Kind of moving over a little. Yeah, I guess we'll just go with that. All right, try to scoot forward. I think we got a couple there. And honestly, I do find the 16 gauge seems to be just the best, like, waterfowl gun. We shot under that every time. But anyway, like for pheasant hunting and all that kind of stuff, we always did the best with the 16 gauge. We tried the 10 gauge, the 12 gauge, even the 20 gauge a little bit. The 16 always just seemed to bring stuff down quicker. So we got 3 here, 339 Drake, 341 Drake, and 333 Drake. Actually, no hens in there at all, which is, I guess, a good thing. And we'll just keep on rolling here. So, quick little single player intermission here. I actually saw this fox last week, the day after we shot our great one. I was coming to get a thumbnail, and I figured we'd just save it for coming back to Salzwiesen Park. So, that is a level 5 female piebald. Gonna get that shot with the 22-250. And I just figured maybe time to see if we can switch servers, kind of go through that same area again. Since everybody was waterfowl hunting there, I do imagine, like, there were a bunch of collars and stuff set up. Probably some birds that we were missing out on. So, we're gonna give it a shot, see what happens. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But, considering we had this rare just sitting on single player, I wanted to come back and go ahead and get that. And it means one of two things. Either we had a great one, a melanistic male, and a piebald female all on our map at the same time, or this is the respawn from, like, I think we killed the 2 foxes practicing with the bow before we shot the great one. Like, really just insane. We had all in a short period of time. Nonetheless, 8.69 scoring silver female. Almost shot too high, but we got her. And 1 extra rare now from the fox grind. We could have maybe done a slightly better job of actually setting up here so we could see these things. But the things you can do with the spread of decoys now, because the ducks always land on the decoys, you can be fairly sure, even setting up close like this, that they're not going to spook. Some of these are starting to fly away just casually without spooking. But we can really just see all these things, and all I've done is set up 10 Drake decoys of the 3 species we're after. Eurasian Teal, Gadwall, and Ferruginous duck. Now I hear some teal, so I don't want to shoot anything just yet, but the fact that we can be right in here and not really have to worry about them landing so close that they spook is pretty darn nice. So, a bunch of Ferruginous ducks coming down. That one is awfully close. That's definitely a thing, but really we should be 20 meters further back anyway. And I'm at least not seeing any rare teal. Since stuff is so close, probably we'll just try to pick a Drake, which, where even is one? Actually sounds like the teal are taking off. That was one. Just shooting in the middle there. Maybe get whatever that is. And we'll call that good. I don't know what we just killed. Unfortunately, again, not the best setup we've ever done. That was a nice little dark green at 334. So nothing special. This, I think, was a Gadwall hen. It looked like it. It is indeed. And I thought we got one in the water there too, which I kind of also thought that was a hen. Maybe that's a Drake. A little darker in color. And there's still just birds absolutely everywhere. We're just gonna keep on scooting through here and doing this every so often. Oh, it was a Ferruginous duck Drake. Not bad. So we gotta pick all this up and we'll set this up a few more places. Well, I think maybe for the first time since we started doing this, no rares out here on Salzwiesen Park. Unless we maybe shoot one by accident, which Frankly, it wouldn't be the first time, so we're gonna just kind of fire into that little group of them like we did before. I think the teal we're hearing, let me make sure that's not this flock, but I think it's the ones that already landed. Yeah, those are ferruginous duck, and none of them appear to be rare, so we will just kind of go for this, see what happens, see how many we can get. And just whatever we can maybe get shots at as they take off. I think we got 2 gadwall there, so I'll have to go and figure out where they end up. And it seemed like we got quite a few birds here actually in the water. Little Eurasian teal hen. Looks like ferruginous duck hen. Another ferruginous duck hen. Did we get any drakes? Okay, at least one. And it's a little gadwall. So here's one of them, or at least I assume this is one that we shot and not someone else. That was the gadwall drake. I've got tracks, or blood I guess I should say, down here from what I guess is the hen. She must have made it really far though, because that would mean she got all the way across here. So go figure, we had this in our last video too, the tracks just kind of stopped there. I'm sure we probably could go get like a bloodhound or whatever and find it, but it was a gadwall hen, so I'm not terribly worried about it. We will though, since we're here, probably go ahead and try to get something out of this. That's the best widgeon drake, a little over 100 meters away. It's no big deal, one extra bird, and then we will take our piebald red fox and our diamond Eurasian teal back to our second trophy lodge. But bonus widgeon drake? Not a rare. I was thinking maybe it could be eclipse that we couldn't notice in the distance. Double lunged it, and I heard teal, so we just gotta check. Those aren't teal. It's the ones behind us? There they are. Looking like there's one drake in there. Just want to make sure that's not a rare. It's so hard to tell. Okay, definitely not one of the hybrids, so I think there's even more than flying over, but I think with that, we can jump back to our lodge then. Now, we had initially one of our melanistic pheasants here, but I know this spot's open, so we'll throw the 355 diamond teal there. And just since they have the really nice wing feathers, what we're actually going to do is spin it around, so those super nice iridescent green feathers show. And then for our fox, I'm kind of thinking like one of these small platforms somewhere through here. This was just really a placeholder. I don't think there's anything good in there. I mean, a diamond pheasant. Yeah, the rest golds, I would say. Piebald female red fox, sort of like a bonus from a grind found after the fact. Pretty good deal, actually, opposite the piebald female coyote we have, so that actually works out. But as I said, for the first time, no rares out there on Salzwiesen Park today. And that was inevitably going to happen eventually. We started focusing more on teal, and at some stage, if we're not just literally going after everything and focusing on one particular species, we're going to have a server or a couple of servers where there's just nothing where we're hunting. And still, despite that, diamond teal and piebald fox, pretty good day out there on Salzwiesen Park. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.